Ask me about Pokémon Diamond and Pearl. Nobody has, but I figure I'll talk about it anyway. Now, these games are very special to me. And as of yesterday, they're 10 years old. The reason they're so special to me is, well, yay. Two, I mean, they're Pokemon, so. But, obviously, number one reason is Team Galactic. And I've talked before about how some things in my past were very traumatizing. And it screwed me up quite a bit. And so when Diamond and Pearl came out, I mean, at first I was like, this bad guy is kind of cool. But then, like, exploring the game, by the time it got to the end, when you defeat him on Spear Pillar, and he asks you, what is the ultimate to you? Most beautiful, most important thing. Joy that shines the brightest. I felt like, yeah, I mean, absolutely he had to be defeated. And I wanted to. He was the first Pokemon bad guy I really wanted to defeat. And, I mean, even Gitsis didn't have that immediacy to me. But with Cyrus, it was all very right then and there. And you felt like you had to do it right away. And when he walked off, and you couldn't go after him, and everyone was all like, oh, you gotta go capture Palkia, and it's like, okay, I'll go capture Palkia, but then I'm gonna go right after, take right after him. I threw a quick ball and I caught it. And it was just like, okay, so can I go after him now? I wanted to sit him down and talk to him. I thought he was just so fascinating. And the sudden tone shift from when you defeat him is just, from when you had, from how he was before you fought him to then, it was just so striking. It's like, I want to know what the most beautiful thing to him is, what the ultimate is to him. And, then when Platinum came out, and you found out his backstory, it's just so simple. And at first I was kind of disappointed by it. I was like, well, that's it? He could never live up to what his parents wanted? And then, the more I thought about it, it was something I could really identify with, and I know a lot of people have said that, and I think that kind of speaks volumes about what a lot of people go through and the impacts it can have. I mean, me, it wasn't my parents, but I always felt like I was just this, and this is gonna sound so edgy or superiority or whatever, but I promise you it isn't. It's incredibly real and frustrating and harming. But, so I'm going to have to ask you all not to take this out of context. I felt like I was the only logical person. And that everyone else was just working off their selfishness and their emotions. And I mean, I was a very emotional person, and obviously I still am. I'm crying telling you about a children's game. Um, but there was a point in my life where I don't even know why I put those back on. There's a point in my life where if I could have hit a big button that would have reset all of time, I would have done it. And I'm not exaggerating. I talked before about how my bird Athena really saved me back then, because I would have been such a worse person without her. And well, in between Diamond and Pearl, or between Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, we had Diamond and Pearl Adventure. Say hi, Mitsumi. Hi. And gave us Mitsumi. And at first, I honestly didn't like her. I thought she was a space case. Pun intended. And, I mean, she ended up crying out loud. She was going on about the lottery. She was sending a Starly out against an Onyx, and here she's supposed to be Rowan's assistant. And then you find out why she's so strange. I mean, they basically tell you in Volume 2, but then they don't bring it up again. And so when you're struck by it near the end of Volume 4, what exactly her story is, then it's just, holy shit. Everything she did up to that point made sense. The whole freaking out when she was around Onyx, the whole avoiding Team Galactic directly and going for a support role, sending a Starly out against Onyx, that was explained. Cyrus had taught her to use weaker Pokemon to build herself up to be stronger, and, you know, basically sort out any weaknesses in not only her Pokemon but herself, and be able to win under any circumstance, which she couldn't do then. You know, we never saw that Starly again. Ever. I mean, she tries to be a normal person, and she just can't do it. She overdoes it. You know, she tries to be all clothes, money, blah, 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 blah. I am an ordinary teenage girl. Hello, ordinary humans. But she's so inspiring to me. You know, she's overcome, and we see her at the absolute depths of despair. And the way she's able to realize that people really do care, and that there is so much more to life, and just to keep on going, because you have more meaning than you can ever really know. And at the end of the series, when she shows up on the battlefield with Giratina and everything, and she is leading Team Galactic into the fight, it just really shows how everyone there has changed. Mitsumi is now in control of her life. Cyrus has learned to take a step back and realize he doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Realize he doesn't have to be perfect. Honestly, that's probably why you should never ask me about Diamond and Pearl. I mean, I know it looks like I'm absolutely miserable, but I wouldn't be talking about this stuff if I didn't absolutely love it. Let's bring you over here. I mean, I know I love it because it's cute and all, but it's gratitude. And gratitude is really what I have towards these games. I really can't fully express my gratitude towards Diamond and Pearl. I think without them, I'd be a much different person. I would still be struggling to even identify some of the issues in my past. And I would just, so much more of my life would be unresolved. And it's funny how all of this emotional coping comes from a character who claims that he has no emotions and who views them as the root of all evil. The horrifying part is that I can totally understand why someone would feel that way. But thanks to him and to the wonderful other characters, I have true gratitude. So, thank you, Diamond and Pearl.